Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is Gabby, and this is your reading for the new moon in Leo that's happening on August 4th, and that will cover the period of the month of August. So, Scorpio, it looks like you are accomplishing some major feat this month. I feel like this is connected to your career. You have the new moon in Leo in your 10th house that's happening on the 4th of August. And then you have Mars conjunct Jupiter in Gemini in your 8th house, which is the 10th house is a house of our careers, our reputation, our public standing. The 8th house is money, contractual agreements. It is what you receive from others. So it can be commissions, it can be salary, it can be loans, seed money, crowdfunding. So something is happening as far as money and your career this month, August, Scorpio, and I feel like you are. It's a big win. Let's just put it like that. It is a job well done, and I'm going to tell you why. I pulled two oracle cards prior to laying down the tarot cards, and you received completion from the I Ching, the Tao of the Oracle deck, which is an I Ching deck. You received the number 63 card, completion. And let me tell you what some of those key words are: final attainment, victory, a crescendo, a job well done, perfection, peak performance, and prudence. Okay? Really amazing energy, and I'm getting, Olympic gold. That's the first thing that jumped into my head when I saw that card for you and looked at where your aspects are for August. Now, the second oracle card that I pulled from the Sacred Destiny Oracle is Adventures. And this is a beautiful card. Looks like it is a depiction of somewhere in the jungle in South America, or somewhere in Southeast Asia. Just a beautiful wild landscape with colorful birds. Maybe they're macaws or some beautiful exotic bird. I am seeing hibiscus flowers. Now, interesting, because I'm actually working on a tarot deck, and I was looking up the flowers for a specific country, and the hibiscus flower is what came up. And so, the hibiscus flower is a flower of regal beauty. It is a flower that represents loyalty. And so I really feel like many of you are either, people believe in you and people are ready to get behind you, Scorpio. I believe that you have worked so hard in what you are doing, what you're connected with, that not only are you reaching a level, I see some of you breaking through the glass ceiling, right? That used to be a saying of, breaking through the glass ceiling, going higher than, you can even imagine in whatever you are doing. And there being it becoming an adventure for you, because you look behind you and people are applauding you, and they are, in your corner, like a prize fighter. You've got, a whole bunch of people in your corner ready to support you, and they've got you. So don't be afraid to venture farther than you have, or to be open for a new adventure in August. Now, what I can say to you is Mercury is retrograde, so just make sure, starting the 5th, so just make sure that you plan things in advance, plan ahead, make sure that, you make the connections that you need to make sure that communications don't get, communications are going to go awry, that's for sure, with Mercury retrograde. But just take extra care as far as planning things, checking and double checking whatever you're doing, checking your work, right, and making sure that there are no errors or omissions in it. But aside from that, it just being kind of an annoying aspect, I really feel like Mars and Jupiter are giving you a lot of power where it comes to your financial situation, and you're going to get a lot of luck, especially, in area of taxes, inheritances. Again, if you're looking for loans or financial aid of some kind, scholarships, some of you, yeah, this is going to be a strong area for you. Now, you do have the tower at the base of the deck, and I'm just going to mention that before we go through the other tarot cards. So this is a shakeup, definitely a shakeup in your life. And the tower, you know, sometimes people are afraid of the tower, but the tower really is read relative to the cards that surround it. And the ones that you have here are only positive cards. You know, you have two swords cards, but those are actually, you know, those are actually the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So these are, you know, court cards of people within your midst. Okay, so again, don't be concerned about the tower. The actual name of the tower in this deck, which is the Diary of Youth tarot deck, BTS inspired, is called Shatter. And so I did say, I see some of you shattering the glass ceiling, right? Breaking through to a level where you know, you either never thought that you would get or that you have been striving for. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is here in the distant past, and the Knight of Swords, a little fighting, right? A little having to fight and stand up for yourself, Scorpio. I think that in, you know, in this year of 2024 so far, a lot of you have had to kind of stand up for yourself, make your desires and your needs known, fight for what is yours, fight for your rights maybe, or fight for recognition perhaps. This could be in your, you know, professional life or in the area of work that you do. But it is a good energy because it teaches you how to advocate for yourself, right? It teaches you how to speak up for yourself. And the question that RM is asking on this card is actually two questions. First question is, where's your soul? And the second question is, where's your dream? So whatever you have been standing up for, maybe you've been asking yourself that question, right? What is your dream, and how do you attain that dream? What do you need to do to attain it? And the answer to that has been to dig down deep into your soul and figure out what it is that is worthy of fighting for and start fighting for it. Okay? It also can represent people in your corner, and I did mention that as well, you know, of you being this athlete and people in your corner. So there could be someone of a air sign energy, which is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, who has been a strong supporter of you, and who's been kind of your cheering squad. And really maybe pushing you and nudging you along to, you know, towards your goals. And if that's the case, then that is fantastic, you know. But RM has a microphone in his hand, and he's, you know, he's doing what he does. He is expressing himself. And so there has definitely been a need for you to express yourself this year and make your, you know, establish yourself. What's your message? What's your message to the world? So some of you may have been, you know, on social media or building a brand or building a social media, presence, okay? And you've kind of had to maybe fight for your place in that area. But the Eight of Pentacles is the energy as we are coming out of July into August. And so I think that you have been very successful with building your brand, whatever that means. Now, some of you may not be in business. Some of you may have just been, you know, reestablishing yourself in some way. Many of you could be creative people, artists, designers. I'm getting product development here. I am also getting, you know, performers. There's a mask on this card, so many of you could be into, you know, acting, drama, or music. But you have been honing your skills in the last few months. And as we're coming into August, I think you have found your niche, right? And that is fantastic because you kind of, I think you know who you are now, and you know you've learned how to sell yourself. You've learned how to market yourself or your product or whatever it is that, that you're creating. And you've put your stamp on it. And this is absolutely amazing. And I think that you have been receiving great reception or, great feedback and response from people, from your network or from your followers maybe. And now in this month, you're going to see a breakthrough. That is for sure. You may go viral. You may have someone decide that they want you to sponsor them, or someone wants to sponsor you. You'll get a contract or a sponsorship. The Two of Wands is at the end of this reading, so that definitely represents partnerships and contracts. So connecting with someone or making a connection that is, in the professional area. Again, the possibility of connecting with one person or signing, on the dotted line on something that is going to move you forward professionally. Now, covering you is the Seven of Wands. So I feel like some of you still feel like there's work to do, and there definitely is, right? You can't you can't hold back, you can't let up, especially when the wind is blowing in your sails, right? So when the wind is blowing you forward, you have to pull up that sail and let it capture the wind and keep moving. So, if you have a momentum that you've started and you are moving in the right direction, don't let up. Don't stop selling yourself. Don't stop marketing yourself. Don't stop being creative. Don't stop thinking of new ideas to put out there. Don't stop looking for partnerships and connections that can move you forward. This may not be the time for the beginning of August into the end. So after the 25th of August is the best time for you to sign any contracts or kind of, make a decision and start something new, whether it's a job, a partnership, or a new project. Until then, Mercury is retrograde. So if you do sign something or start something, it may turn out very different than what you initially thought it was going to be. So again, best to hold off on starting new things, but it's okay to kind of go back and take a look at what you're currently working on, maybe refashion something, revise it, review it. Anything with the re's is what works this month, at least until the 24th of August, okay? There is a dragon on this Seven of Wands card, and I always like to recognize that. So there is a lot of fire in you, and there is a lot of momentum that you can call on with the Seven of Wands. Also, another thing that I'm feeling here is don't listen to critics, please. Don't listen to people who that's their job is to critique, right? Because there are doers and then there are critics. Now, if someone has constructive criticism and feedback for you, someone that you respect, and someone who approaches you, whether you know them or whether you don't know them, but they approach you in a respectful, manner with integrity and really, with feedback that is to help you and support you and help you grow, then please accept that graciously, okay? Because that's the only way, without getting feedback, we don't know what we have is really great, right? Everyone needs feedback. But if there are people around you who are like those psychic vampires who just want to drain you, who only have negative things to say about you or your work, who have criticism but nothing constructive to, provide you, please shut them out. like the figure on the traditional Seven of Wands, has their staff, and they are fighting off invaders or fighting off intruders. Fight them off, shut them out, and protect your space, protect your energy. And again, I'm going to make reference to this dragon. I can see you, Dracarys, right? Those people who have nothing good to say, just Dracarys them. You don't have to annihilate them, but back them up, okay? And whether that means just kind of thanks for the comments, but I'll depend on my own critique, my own criticism, or just don't respond. They'll get the message, okay? The Queen of Swords is next to this Seven of Wands, so you may have to kind of ice people or ice situations out that are not healthy or good for you, or not constructive and supportive of you. There could be an air sign energy, so Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, that you may have to be that Seven of Wands energy towards, like kind of back them up or disconnect from them, or tell them very politely that thanks but no thanks for their advice or their criticism or their feedback, because they may not be coming at you in the right way, all right, or with the right energy. Or some people could be jealous of you, and misery loves company, right? So just be very, you're a Scorpio, so you have superpowers that you are able to detect people's true intentions. You're able to see beneath the veil. You can feel people. You are the king, queen of vibe check. So vibe check people and make sure that they are for you. If they are not, don't give them the time of day, okay? On this Queen of Swords card, we have the mic check video, right? So it might be not mic check, mic drop. I said mic check. It's a mic drop. There may be a mic drop moment towards the middle to end of August, where you may have to kind of let somebody know how you feel and back them up and neutralize them, okay? Yes, so again, vibe check people very carefully in August. But at the end here, again, I did mention the Two of Wands, so there is the opportunity for you to connect, to sign on the dotted line, to sign a contract, to join forces with someone. And I really think that this joining of forces is what is going to be, could be the deciding factor that takes you over the top as far as your completion and your attainment this month, okay? You have here, your muse for the month is V, Taeyong. He is a Capricorn Aries, so there could be someone under either of those signs, Capricorn or Aries, who could be significant for you this month. You don't have any major arcana. Oh, yes, you do. You have the you have the Tower, which is Shatter, at the base of the deck. So again, this being a transformative month, a life-changing month for you, just guard your energy, guard your brand, protect your brand. Some of you might have to protect your brand from imposters or people trying to steal your product or your image or your content if you're a content creator. So keep an eye out for that, so that you can protect yourself against anyone that's trying to kind of infiltrate and doesn't have best intentions for you, okay? But the bottom line is that life can be an adventure for you this month in August, because I feel like you are going to, like a switch is going to flip and you're going to move to the next level, Scorpio. Okay, I love this for you. This is super exciting, and looking forward to good things for you, Scorpio. Leave a comment in the comment section and let us know what you're into, so we can support you, Scorpio. Okay? All right, this is your reading. I hope it's been helpful for you. If it has, please like and share the video, and please subscribe if you have not already. I wish you all good things, Scorpio, and you know I purple you. Bye-bye.